Hello, my name is Carlos from Training Department and I'm gonna read for you Fire Safety Part 1, Understanding Fire Hazards. By the end of this course, you will be able to define the elements of the fire triangle, understand how a fire is caused, identify what are the main fire hazards at PG Care. Why is this training important? If a fire occurs, it has the potential to kill. Lives will be lost. This includes residents, staff, and visitors. It can destroy the property and poses a risk to the wider community. Policies and procedures. Fire safety policies and procedures must be followed at all times across all sites. PG Care are represented by an external health and safety organization called C&C Consulting. Their contact details can be found on the health and safety posters displayed at all sites, along with internal staff responsible for individual sites. You can find PG Care policy for fire safety in the last section of this course. What is fire? Fire is a chemical reaction producing smoke, heat, and flames. Produces dangerous and toxic gases, which are the most common cause of death in a fire. Causes confusion and could make it difficult to find your way out of a building. Damages property and causes injury or death. The fire triangle. A fire needs three elements: oxygen, heat, and fuel. Fuel are materials such as wood, cardboard, fabrics, oils, and chemicals. By taking one of these three elements away, the fire will be extinguished. Common causes of fire are smoking and smoking materials, poor use of electrics such as overloading sockets, daisy chaining extension leads, inappropriate storing, and use of batteries. Poor storage, for example, storing things on radiators or near electricals. Oils such as cheap fat, and oxygen misused. Smoking and smoking materials. Some staff, residents, and visitors at PG Care smoke. Smoking is a cause of fire mainly when cigarettes are not disposed of correctly. Cigarette butts must only be disposed of in specific ashtrays and must never be disposed of in a general waste bin, as they are full of combustibles and can cause a fire. Smoking is only permitted outdoors in designated smoking areas. Poor use of electrics. To reduce the risk of electrical fire, all sites should have a portable appliance test, a PAT procedure in place. Turn off electrical equipment such as hoist chargers, sockets when not in use. Do not turn off residents' clinical equipment. Report any concerns to maintenance. Do not use faulty equipment. Avoid long-term use of extension cables and never daisy chain. And do not pass cables over heat sources, as this is the perfect fire triangle. You can see some images with faulty equipment, tangled cables, and cables over heat sources. Poor storage. Inappropriate storage poses a risk of fire as some materials or equipments are combustibles and can ignite a fire. For example, cardboard boxes near radiators or electrical points. Cluttered spaces also increase the risk of fire spreading and are difficult to extinguish. Tidy spaces make evacuation easier. You can see some bad examples in images. Cooking and oils. Oils are mostly used and produced in the kitchen when cooking. These heat up quickly and can cause a fire if not used correctly or left unsupervised. Toasters must be used under supervision, only for bread, not with butter or any filling on it. Empty the crumbs often. 45% of fires in care homes are caused by cooking and cookers, 15% by kitchen appliances, and 12% smoking related. Oxygen. Oxygen plays a major part in the spread of fire. Our units have oxygen on them and is a potential elevated risk to spread the fire. Remember, oxygen is a third of the fire triangle and supports combustion. Oxygen cylinders can leak if not turned off, increasing oxygen levels in the air. Cylinders can explode, although this is rare. Oil-based creams could contaminate the medical cylinder valve surface when handling the cylinder and lead to an ignition when the valve is turned on. Smoking near oxygen cylinder can cause a fire. Oxygen control measures. Appropriate control measures can be put in place to prevent fire. All staff managing or administering oxygen must receive further training and be signed off as competent. Cylinders not in use must be turned off and securely stored in designated storage areas and must be checked daily. Always report suspected leaks. Oxygen signs must be present wherever oxygen is used and stored. Do not use oils or grease near oxygen, and do not smoke near oxygen. Medical oxygen summary. Medical oxygen introduces an element of risk into the healthcare environment. The risk of fire is higher when oxygen is present. Correct training for staff in oxygen procedures is key to safety. You have completed this unit. Now you can complete the knowledge questions. Click Next Activity.